What's up, guys? It's John Muscarello from Side Hustle Experiment. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I know a lot of you are. I am a six-figure Amazon reseller. I sell on Amazon and eBay. I sell mostly books and used media. And I'm recently have gotten into online arbitrage due to restock limits. So I'm learning that and kind of documenting that process as well. And in today's video, I am covering what books I am sending Amazon to Amazon FBA. For those of you who are new, FBA means fulfilled by Amazon. So that means I will send a box of books to Amazon in like a Home Depot box, and they have a unique barcode on them. And once a customer buys my book, Amazon sends it to them. The other option is MF, which is merchant fulfilled. That means me, the merchant, fulfills the book once it sells. And I've been doing a lot more of that because of the restock limits. So I can be getting a ton of questions. What books I am sending into Amazon and how I'm managing that and kind of the criteria I'm looking at. So I'm going to basically review exactly what I sent in the last couple days. I actually broke down some numbers for you guys. You can't see that because it's in pencil. I couldn't find a pen. But yeah, let's get into it. Before we do, if you could like the video, I'd greatly appreciate it, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. I do my best to try to help you guys make more money selling on different e-commerce platforms such as Amazon and eBay. I am, if you're wondering what's going on behind me, I am in my warehouse with all these surrounded by books. So yeah, let's get into it. So in the last, this is probably the last 2 weeks, my restock limit is 2,902, I think. I think I have about 300 spots that I could send into at this point. I actually have not sent anything into Amazon. Well, I did last Saturday, but prior to that, I didn't send anything for like 20 days. We were sending stuff every week. So now we were at capacity. So now there is more space. I did a big removal order, which means you could, if you have stale inventory, you could remove it or dispose of it. Amazon will charge you for it, but in return, you get more spots. And yeah. So basically what I'm basing my criteria on is very, very quick moving books. It is always a constant experiment at this point, what criteria I'm using, but this is what I'm playing around with. So in the last probably 10 days or so, we've been through 2 batches of books, and of those, 178 of those are going to Amazon FBA. So the books that are going to Amazon FBA all have an e-score of 50 or greater. So for those of you who don't know what e-score is, I actually pulled it up, so I'm going to read it to you. It is a Scout IQ term. So if you don't know what Scout IQ is, it's a scanning software that you could hook up with a Bluetooth scanner. So when you're in a thrift store, you could just scan books or media, and it will tell you whether it's profitable or not on Amazon. If you want to give it a try for 14 days, I have a link in my bio or in the description below. So basically, eScore measures the number of days out of the past 180 days that a book has sold at least one copy. So, for example, a book ranked 1K is selling more copies than a book ranked 50K, but they don't know exactly how many. So they report that it sold at least one copy that day, and they add it to the e-score. If a book sales rank is under 100K each day, the rank drops more than 10% since yesterday, they consider that one sale. So if a book has an e-score of 150, 151, that means it's most likely selling every day. If a book has an e-score of 3, which is very, very low, that means it sold 3 times in the last 6 months. So with a 50 e-score, they're selling multiple copies, a week, and that's what Amazon wants. They want quick moving books. So for that, I don't have an actually average e-score, but I know I sent books in that only have 50 and above. So I sent 178 books. E-scores were 50 and above. The average sales rank of all those books was 97K, which is insanely low for books. I feel like when we used to send shipments in, it could be anywhere from like 500 on a really, really good batch to maybe like 700. It really just depends on how many long tail things you put in that batch. And the average profit for book was 330. So basically, we listed it in AccelerList, which is the listing software we use. There's a link in my bio for that as well. And it spit out that if the books sell for the price I set them at, I will make $3.30 a book, average. So some obviously you're making $5, others you're making like $1. It just really depends. And also what I am experimenting with is sending in books I normally wouldn't. So books that do have like an e-score of 151, that I'll make maybe like 50 cents on or whatnot, just to see if that could bring the score up. So Amazon is measuring restock limits based on how much inventory you're selling. So if I send in these 178 books, hopefully most of them sell pretty much as soon as they get to the warehouse, and that will really help my restock limits, or supposedly it will. No one 100% actually really knows. So that's kind of what I am doing, and I feel like that could be helpful. So what's happening to the other books? So the other books are being merchant fulfilled. So I have an area basically up there. It just has shelving and everything. Actually, I'll show you. It has shelving up there. Let me grab this cord as well. And it has ticket. We're using ScanLister to make tickets for each of the books, and we are housing them up there. So every morning we probably sell about 10 or 15 books. It just really depends on what's going on. So these are basically all the merchant fulfilled books. Yeah, see, they all have like tickets like that. I do have a video on how to merchant fulfill. If you want to look for that, it should be in the book playlist. So if you want to see the warehouse, there you go. That's kind of it. So what's happening to the other books? So for the other books, they're being merchant fulfilled. I would say almost 60. It's climbing more to 70% of the books are being merchant fulfilled. The rest are either going to buyback companies if buyback companies want them. We're selling them on eBay. Only high-end books, like books that are $30 plus shipping. And we are also doing some experimenting. So there's someone, we do research for all the books that we set aside for eBay. So sometimes there are books that we're only going to make like 10, 15. You could only list them at $10 or $15. And for me, that's just not enough, to create a listing, take pictures, and do all that. So someone reached out to me on Instagram. They want to buy the books that sell for $10 or $15 plus. So we're gonna wholesale to him. We're building a Gaylord of them, and we're gonna see if it works. Hopefully, it will work for both of us, and we'll see how it goes. So that's one thing we're doing. Another thing we're doing is we have a buyer for kids books. We have a buyer for history books. We now have a buyer for little novels. Think about Nora Roberts, those romance novels. Someone is buying them to make crafts out of them. So that is amazing. They are actually just here today. And yeah, we are just doing a lot more buyback stuff and working with people locally to take other books And the big thing that I am doing is online arbitrage. So online arbitrage means you are scan it. You go to like Target.com. You find, I don't know, this tape dispenser is selling for $2. On Amazon, it's selling for, I don't know, $10, $15. So you would buy it. It's shipped to my warehouse or my house. And then when it comes, I send it to Amazon, and then someone buys it. And then I keep a certain percentage of the profit. So I just started doing that. I will definitely share numbers with you on that. I have done a video or two about it. But yeah, when I get a little bit more metrics and see how it goes. So yeah, that's kind of how I am handling the restock limits. Those are the types of books I am sending to Amazon. Again, this is a very big experiment. These are very like quick moving books. Definitely setting some other books aside that do not meet this criteria to see like at a later date or time if they will, or if maybe buyback companies will take them over time. We will see what happens there. But that's all I got for you today, guys. If you found this video helpful, please share it with a friend or someone selling books, or like the channel. Please subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. And I will see you guys in the next video.